Welcome back to Design Bundle's YouTube channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Crystal, and today I'm going to show you guys how to sublimate a coffee mug that you want to place a double design. So say, for example, you want this design right here on the front and back of the mug, but how do you make sure that you get that perfect placement? So I've already printed these out. We're ready to go. What I'm going to do is we're going to use our heat tape and our paper trimmer. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that I cut these down the exact same measurement. So that's our first step. So I'm going to go ahead and set these things out of our way really quick so we can bring in our paper trimmer. Now in the meantime, I've already started heating up my Cricut Mug Press so it's ready to go for us. So what I want to do is I'm going to leave myself enough gap on the top so that way we can add some tape, which I won't be taping the top, but I will be the sides. But I'm just keeping a nice straight edge. I'm going to do the exact same thing for the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and do this now. All right. So at this moment, this is trimmed down. So both designs are the exact same. So now what I need to do is make sure that I get this right in the center. So I'm just going to go right here between my design, trying to make sure I'm going right down the center here. So that way we can keep these the same. So I'm going to go ahead and do the exact same to this side. Just take off enough to where I can add some tape all the way around. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure that this one is the exact same. So I'm going to line these two up. I can kind of see through my design here. All right. And then I'm going to get these on my paper trimmer here. And then I'm going to trim down. So it may take a little bit more off of that top design, and that's okay, because I just want to make sure that they're going to be identical. So I'm just going to go ahead and line both of these back up once again and trim. You could definitely just measure these and make sure they're perfect, but this is a super quick way to do so. So now these designs are the exact same size, right? Exact same, so we're going to be able to line them up. All right, so let's get ready to add them on our mug. So I'm going to take my mug here, and what I want to do is I'm going to take my tape. That way we can figure out first our exact center of our mug. So what I'm doing is obviously one's on this side, one's on this side. So I need to figure out the center of my mug. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of that heat tape here. You could just use regular tape if you wanted to. But what we're going to do is we're going to center this up. So right here on top, I'm going to center this up on my mug. I want to make sure that it is dead center. So I'm making sure my line's straight. May have to kind of eyeball this a couple times. Just trying to get that nice and straight, okay? So paying attention to that handle. You may have to fiddle with it a few times until you're just 100% happy. Once you've done it over and over again, you're going to know what you're doing. All right, next step, what we're going to do is I'm going to fold these. I'm going to fold them this way so I can kind of see here. Fold them in half so I get that center. I'm going to give myself a little crease mark. I'm going to do it on both of them. So fold it over, give myself a crease mark. Now I'm going to go ahead and get me a couple pieces of heat tape out so I'll be ready to go. Just like so. So now what we're going to do is we're going to pay attention to this tape. So I'm going to stay in the exact center of this. So what I can do is I can eyeball. What I'm doing is I'm just going to make sure that I have even amounts on the very top and the bottom of my mug. So I'm going to do that here. And then so what I'm doing is I'm making sure that line is going right in the center of this tape. Once I'm happy with it, I'm going to get one side down. And then I can pull nice and tight from the other side and tape, just like so. So let's go ahead and get the other side. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and make sure my tape is popped out here so I can see it. So you want to make sure when you do these tapes that you got a little lip here. All right, so then I'm going to take my next one here. I'm going to get me 2 more pieces of tape ready to go, just like so. And we're going to do that exact same thing. So I'm going to center it up in the middle of that tape. And then I'm going to make sure that my top and bottom is even. So if you do that, both sides should be exactly identical. So I'm going to hold this still. I'm going to tape down one side, just like so. Pull nice and tight. And now I'm going to get that other side. All right. So once you're done, you can remove this and you can still use this. So you can save it You could always even pull this off for your last side here, so that way you're not wasting it. So instead of grabbing 2 pieces of tape, I would only grab 1 for this side and then use that top tape from the bottom. So that way you're not wasting. All right, so now we're ready to go. So you can actually just load it straight into your Cricut Mug Press like this, but you guys know I'm extra and I like to protect my mug press. So I've trimmed down a piece of parchment paper here, and I'm just going to take that tape that I had from the top and I'm going to cut it in half so I can use it. And then I'm going to just wrap this around my mug because I like to protect my mug press just in case any of these inks come out. I don't want to ruin my press. So I'm going to go ahead and just wrap this around, pulling nice and tight, just like so. So I've got that wrapped. Now, once again, this is just me being extra, protecting my press. I'm going to go ahead and guide this down. So this is the 15-ounce mugs that I'm using today. I'm going to go ahead and just guide it down there, making sure both sides are in there nice and even, and we're going to pull down. So we're going to go ahead and let this go. I believe it takes about 5 minutes, and we'll be right back. All right, so we've beeped, we're ready to go. Your handle will stay cold if you guys are new with Cricut, the mug press. All mug press, usually the handle will stay cold, but this is super hot. So you want to set it aside, let it completely cool down, and then we'll come back and pill. All right, so I think this is cooled down enough, so let's go ahead and take a peek to see how well we line this up. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that, and very carefully, I'm going to go ahead and remove my other pieces of tape. Try to turn this way so you guys can hopefully see this as I peel it, so you guys can see how gorgeous this is. All right, so not only did it sublimate super nice, you're going to see that it has a perfect alignment with the one in the back. So let me go ahead and get a corner here and peel our back layer here. And peel. And there you guys have it. You guys can see that perfect alignment in the front and the back. So if you guys look at that, you can see how perfect those line up. So like I said, whenever you print these out, just take your paper trimmer and line them up together, trim that top and bottom, and then just line them up. It just makes it super quick and speedy, and then use that tape on the very top of your mug to line it up. I'm telling you guys, it is a super easy hack. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please hit the like button down below and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.